but then he could not really deal with the ball. Malawi have been so impressive in terms of dealing with some of the 50-50 balls that come their way. And so they may have the chance of looking at the scenarios of playing the ball among themselves. And so when they had a chance of playing against Zambia, they had to just beat them by a 1-0. But they also received the same margin against Liberia. And Kena Theory, their head coach, had to assemble about 90% of the same players who played against Liberia to play the Black Stars. So it explains the reason they are able to string passes together comfortably. They're pinning the Black Stars to their own half. Just look at how comfortable they just move with the ball. And this is how the Flames of Malawi played the ball with the Black Stars, with chasing their shadows in this game. Nzava, poor ball from him. Jordan Ayew goes on his man. It's Jordan, and it's being challenged out there by David Banda. Poor ball from Dede, trying to locate Asamoah Gyan, but again, Banda comes in for Malawi. Nzava finds solace in Captain Chavula. So interesting, composing their play. Chavula for Malawi, left side of attack. A great cross out there. Adam Karasi will be laughing, but again, Chavula utilizing his position so well. And that explains why Asamoah Gyan will not be a happy man to being brought down by.
But definitely saw the opportunity, the space there, and he wanted to utilize that spin attack. That was good thinking from Moses Chavula.
Koja Asamoah gets the bars, and you have Jordan. They're trying to find Daniel Opari. Opari gets a beautiful pass, and he tried to go around Dami's man. Opari again would have himself in a very tight corner. Banda clears the line. Chavula comes in for Zambia. And there they go. The Flames. The Black Stars will weather the storm there from John Boy. Christian Achu goes in for a drive. Christian Achu registering his name once again.
Good thinking from him. I think that's a very good try. It was an audacious one, but it was flying very high. Subsequently, she bringing out a bin. I think that he'll be able to get a goal.
Off target was that one. John Boy comes in. Koja Asamoah. Adam Karasi for the Black Stars. And John Boy once again comes in to win scenarios for the Black Stars. And Isaac Vosa also supports and defends. If there's anything to go by, you may be thinking about the Black Stars of Malawi in 1984 again. You have the national team scoring a goal in the 32nd minute through Seth Ampedu. And Jordan Ayew always trying to go through the thick forest, and so the Black Stars will be under pressure at the moment. So Malawi would have another chance here, but this time a shot comes out. What a way to wake the Black Stars up. They've been sleeping for quite some time.
Well, that was a brilliant shot by our standard. And for me, I believe that Frank Panda has proven that he's a very quality player. When you give him the opportunity, he will do. What Jordan did was unnecessary. Christian Achuna has taken him down, giving him the pass. What he was doing over elaboration is unnecessary, and I think that Kwesi Appiah should be thinking about substitution as quickly as possible.
Harrison Afo for the Black Stars. Harrison Afo's cross. Asamoah Gyan beat into it. It comes to Koja Asamoah now. Christian Achu for the Black Stars. The senior national team working very hard. And this is Christian once again. He finds Jordan. There's the Black Stars. Jordan falls in the process, but then he gets up. He still has the ball, goes through some men. Jordan. Oh, Jordan Ayew would have to be very tactical in terms of dealing with the ball. Jordan had about 3 or 4 men on him. He had to locate where his players were. But still the Black Stars will be laughing because they have the ball. Anthony Annan goes around his man. A shot from Anthony Annan, and that's it. That is it. That is the second goal. Anthony Annan, brilliant play, great goal.
Now stupendous strike, an electrifying strike from Anthony Annan. That is what he needs to do. He took the responsibility upon himself. He went over, looked at the position of goalkeeper in Tala, and then excellent drive from him and resulted in a goal. That is what the rest of the players must do. But I think that Jordan Ayew, he has had enough to see Appiani to do substitution, and if there should be a first casualty, that should be Jordan Ayew. This one out of nothing, he saw the goalkeeper come out, and a brilliant strike from Anthony Annan.
53 minutes in this game. Oh, I love the drive from Anthony Annan. What a top-class goal. And you could just see how it was just driving the ball deep into the net. Fans will be so happy. And the name that you always want to call him with Pablo Aimar.
Well, the Pablo Aimar really, a nickname after the Argentine player Pablo Aimar, who once played for Valencia. For me, I think that he has taken responsibility. The rest of the players should take it from that. When they take more responsibility, the Stars will be able to score more goals.
Oh, the Black Stars now be laughing very high. It's Anthony Annan's second goal that really is whipping up enthusiasm in this game. The Black Stars 2, Malawi 0. And Malawi deep in the Black Stars 18-yard box, and ball would have to be dealt with. And the header from Isaac Vossa, but then it's going to be an offside. So the Black Stars lead by 2-0. And so when you see scenarios working so perfectly for the Black Stars, even though you have Malawi having a chance of keeping the ball so well, the senior national team were thinking about what sort of substitution will be coming, but there's going to be some substitution for Black Stars. And so Jordan is out and Derek Boateng is in. What sort of substitution do you have here, Jeff?
Well, I think what the coach Kwesi Appiah has made it very clear. What this substitution means is that he needs to shore up the midfield, take charge of the midfield, to make sure that he mops up just in front of Anthony Annan. He's the one that's supposed to be supplying the ball to Christian Atsu, to Dede and Asamajan, with Anthony Annan making sure that he sits just in front of the two centre backs to be able to make sure that the Malawians do not create too much openings in the defense of the Stars.
Derek Boateng announcing his presence in the game, and so there you have the Black Stars moving, and Koja Samuel has been brought down, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Black Stars. The Flames now, Chavula captain. His ball moved away by Daniel Parry with Anthony Annan, the goal scorer. Derek Boateng in midfield distributing his balls to Dede Ayew, and what a surging run from Harris Nafu. He gets it. Oh, what a brilliant play for the Black Stars. But there will be an offside from the system.
Excellent build-up, good build-up, and they should keep on doing that. I'm impressed with the build-up, and I think that the 1-2 switching play from one end to another is really encouraging for the Stars.
So the Vice President, Emisaka, really enjoying some bit of great moments, the Black Stars team. Dr. Edward Omanibuama equally looking on, and Derek could not control his feet there, so the Black Stars losing possession, allow Malawi to come in, and so John Boy will look back. But when you're looking at the Black Stars, they have a lot of history between the two sides. If you go on to all the All-Africa games in 1978, indeed, you saw Ghana beating Malawi by a goal to 0, but you could also talk about the goal scored there by Seth Ampedu in the 32nd minute. You again talked about 1984. So, indeed, the Black Stars can have some bit of a relationship with Malawi, if you ask. And so that's another great moment. Christian Atsu still fighting very hard with the ball. Christian, he goes around his man. What another turning. Oh, he may receive some plaudits from the fans, and Harrison Nafu, poor ball from him. Harrison Nafu, goalkeeper. When it comes in, but you may have to think deep into Christian Atsu's play, and the Vice President will be so excited.
Well, I mean, it's good to see His Excellency the Vice President and the Deputy Minister being very happy and very excited with the accelerating exquisite football technique by Christian Atsu. There's no question about his dexterity and his ability to find the ball control very easy. And what he does with the ball is that he has the exquisite ability to determine how he possesses the ball and when to pass and how to easily outwit his opponent.
And Christian Atsu will be 21 years on the 10th of January 2013. So if you're just looking at him and you're looking at what he's doing on that pitch, it's so amazing. Just 20 years and he has a lot of future.
There's more to come from Christian Atsu Akampechi. We pray for him to have long life, to avoid a lot of injuries, and he's going to be one of the genius to carry the Black Stars to greater heights.
Derek Boateng, and so that's a brilliant play again for the Black Stars. And they will be dealt with by Peter. What the Bauer. Asamoah is still complaining, but I thought Asamoah again has been quiet in the game. Kinat Theory, the head coach of Malawi, certainly not a happy man. And some of the moments of hard tackling coming in the game. So Black Stars leading Malawi by 2-0. John Boy. But John Boy relatively has been partnering very well with Dyson for this game.
Yeah.
And it appears that the partnership has been working. Derek Boateng, hard tackler, would have to be very careful not to go into the books of the referee. Christian Atsu comes in to 12 effort there, but the Black Stars will still be trying to put passes together. A parry. The goal scorer Anthony Annan. Derek Boateng. That's a great pass there. And so with Standard Liège looking at the player for there, Daniel Parry, they think that they do have a future with him. And still they don't really want to let go of the young chap, but he's again looking at his chances in the future and might perhaps be thinking of what his future lies or where he'll be playing his club football in the next couple of years to come. But that's a corner kick for the Black Stars. And it could be a very good opportunity. So we have the two centre backs going deep into the 18-yard box. And so the corner has been cleared by Malawi. And Anthony Annan again is the Black Stars. Oh, what a brilliant play. And referee Benuza will be looking at Christian Atsu and be saying that what is really happening here. Now look at the sweeping pass from Anthony Annan. Oh, so visionary with his passes, Christian Atsu. He knows where to find the players. He knows how to give the passes. He doesn't really care who's actually coming on him. And that's so interesting about his play, Christian Atsu.
I thought referee Benuza Mohammed should have issued Shavula a yellow card. That was deliberate. That was a deliberate foul. He saw it, he knew how dangerous that was. If Atsu, he allows Atsu to go through. And I think that should have attracted another yellow card to Shavula, the captain of the side.
Great chance for the Black Stars to get the third goal. That will definitely work. Derek Boateng chips one in there. Header comes out there from John Boy. Those out there as a wasted effort. John Boy for the Black Stars. A shot out there, but again, so needless from Kuja somewhere. Could have got the ball in the patient, perhaps worked on it pretty well. So you have the Flames. They're trying to put the ball on the turban, working hard on that. .62 minutes already gone in the game, and you have the Black Stars leading the Flames of Malawi by 2-0. Christian Atsu and Anthony Annan. The goal separating Ghana and Malawi. some great and telepathic play, some delicious play from the Black Stars. Anthony, and of course Derek Boateng partnering so well with Andre De Ayew supporting. De Ayew tears away from his man, and so you have Christinachu. Oh, quick on his feet, but taken away from him. He comes out strong to win possession, but the Black Stars will still be pinning Malawi to their own half. Anthony Annan really had a very bad season with Shaka. When Phyllis McGutt left the place, everybody thought that Anthony Annan moving to Shaka was going to revive his playing career, but there again was not to come. So some substitution for Malawi in this game.
Well, I think that Peter Wagwaba is gone out for Robin Ingalande, who is a striker. And so that is the intention of Coach Kena Ferry. We want to get at least a goal here.
So Malawi coming out with some bit of a substitution here to ensure that they get...
Well, you realize that Gabadinho Mihango is also a striker, very strong, very athletic striker, and very bullish. And so the intention of Coach Ferry is very clear. At least let's go out there. We are 2-0 down. Let's see whether we can get at least a goal here.
Anthony Annan, squash play to the right. The header will come from Chabula. Ball again falling to the Black Stars, who were trying to make some moves out there. Parry comes in for Ghana. A shot. Oh, been blocked out there by Malawi, and they will clear their lines brilliantly. So they move out from their defensive shells, and they will definitely get deep into the Black Stars area. Banda sweeps the ball in and racing for it ferociously. It is man, but then John Boy will concede a corner kick. Harris Nafo had to come deep and defend to really help in matters here. Robin Nkalandi, who was just introduced into the game, is spotting some bit of pressure on the Black Star defense, and so had to allow Harris Nafo to come in and support. And Wendo with that corner, and the header comes out from John Boy, so towering in defense. Parry. And so the fans very excited, watching on Asamoah Gyan, and he's been brought down. Referee says an infringement to the Black Stars. Asamoah Gyan winning the sympathy of the referee Mohamed Benoza from Algeria. Asamoah Gyan lost his balance out there. Goalkeeper Charles Sweeney has been putting a lot of pressure whilst his opening studies on holidays. Adam Karasi. So infringements coming in for the Black Stars, and Asamoah Gyan just behind it. Really looking ahead to see if we can get a third goal for the Black Stars. A goal will certainly put the Black Stars in a very good position to qualify. Asamoah Gyan. And the human world comes out with a block for a ball from Derek Boateng.
That was poor. I thought that it should have been laid to De Ayew to quickly take it on a low counter. That would have beaten the goalkeeper, because I saw the goalkeeper didn't organize his work very well, so he was a bit confused. But, well, I mean, we need to make amends. They started to get a third goal.
Anthony Annan and then Parry trying to put things in the right perspective for Black Stars in midfield. Derek Boateng. Coach Asamoah Derek Boateng finds Christian Achu. Achu wants to go around his man. He falls, but he wins possession for the Black Stars. Christian Achu goes around two men. Christian Achu with not dance chance. Oh. Christian Achu is just entertaining the crowd here.
Well, he's the toast of the fans. You can't blame the fans. I told you, accelerating skills, very intelligent, very quick, An excellent timing. Wow. Even when he fell, he got up quickly to recover and make sure that he win the possession back. That is how committed he is. Brilliant player by our standard. And no wonder, he's the delight to watch. He is all like if it's a soup, you say that it's a sumptuous soup that the Stars are enjoying.
Well, that's exactly how you want to describe Chris Nacho's play in this game. But the Malawians will have an infringement. The fans are really thrilled with the performance of Chris Nacho in today's game. But that's another dangerous ball deep in the 18-yard box of Ghana. And the header comes in, but it's been cleared away by Derek Boateng. Asamoah Gyan wins the area tussle for Ghana. And Chris Nacho once again will stop playing from just moving away. And that's a brilliant ball. Asamoah Gyan trying to go around his money. That's a brilliant play, Asamoah Gyan. And he's been shoved off the ball, but it will certainly win the sympathy of the referee. So the fans really excited to see some great performances from the Black Stars. And as a matter of fact, thinking from the senior national team, Adam Karasi is being called upon, and what a chance for Malawi perhaps to punish the Black Stars. I thought sometimes the communication between the two sides isn't working that much. Yeah, Koja Samuel was penalized for the foul out there. Exactly 17 minutes in the game already gone, and there's a Black Stars 2, Malawi 0. And that was an infringement there. Typical. Derek Boateng. Harrison to Chris Nacho. Chris Nacho so quick with the ball. Oh, he was just not looking around to see Asamoah Gyan's movement. Asamoah Gyan could have just read the ball from where Chris Nacho was moving.
Well, I said that they need to be anticipating his run and his movement, but I thought that Achu should have raised his head a bit to look at the position of Asamoah Gyan and then pass accurately.
Again, it's Chris Nacho who has been chopped up the ball by referee again.
It should be a
come to the rescue of Ghana. It's a yellow card. That may certainly be flashing up, but this time referee was so charitable to Limbikani Nzaba. Nzaba is really not proving to be who he's expected to play and to be in this game.
Well, he's a tough defender, very, very tough, and for him, what he needs to do is to distract. That is his role. He's doing it very well. Any defender on any day, Christian Nacho will give you headache.
Well, that's just been signaled by my club manager that Solomon Asante might be introduced to the game pretty shortly. And so Matt coming to take over in this game. Solomon Asante, there you have him. Been introduced to the game. It makes that Andre Diayo is going to be out of the game. So Solomon moves to the right as Chris Nacho operates from the left. Very quick equally, Solomon Asante. So some technical changes here. Solomon sets him moving to the right and injects some pace into the game.
He's a natural right winger. It shows you the intention of the coach to keep on probing from the wings to open up the defense of Miranda as well as Sangare. That is what the coach wants to do. Open up the defense and get a third goal. The intention of Kwesi Appiah is very clear. And Solomon Asante very quick and can cross from the right wing.
Solomon Asante comes in as Derek Boateng and just throws the ball to the defenders of Malawi. But Solomon Asante, who was just introduced the game, finds Derek Boateng, and there's the Black Stars. Oh, John Boy, not typical of him. But tries to do what the strikers have been doing. Quick one from him. And in that process, he wins a corner kick. And we have Chris Nacho. The brilliant spot for the Black Stars at the moment to effect that one. Black Stars would have a chance here, but Malawi will clear their lines. Chimango clears the air, but Derek Boateng has been so strong in terms of his distributions. A bite of the cherry will definitely go to Adam Karasi. It's a player so down. John Boy needs some attention.
Yeah, just stretched. overstretched himself, and I hope that is not a serious injury. That's the reason why he found himself on the turf. But that was a very brilliant interception that he made at that point. It was so crucial because we saw that the Malawians actually tried to set forward, and he actually came in to repel that particular attack.
The game may not be sadly over yet, but if you look at the Black Stars' performance here, you may be thinking of what they have to expect when they go to Blantyre, because that is going to be another dangerous ground for them. So 2-0, that's the lead. The game is still not over yet.
Definitely, and you can see that from the substitution that Kosia Pierre coach has made. His intentions are very clear. He wants to get additional goal in order to kill the game, make the second leg a mere formality. And so the boys have to make sure that they deliver to the expectation of their coach.
And so Malawi now with a chance here to get a goal back, but that's a quick recovery from Isaac Bossa.
Brilliant interception, but hey, once again, our midfielders went to sleep, and they did actually recover quickly in order to make sure that they organize and prevent the opportunities and openings for the Malawians.
Malawi with a quick corner here, still in the Black Stars 18-yard box. They win it again. And they're still pressing for more. 2-0 for the Black Stars. And John Boy. And Daniel Opari still working very hard. Opari comes in, but he wins possession for the Black Stars. Daniel Opari. And he's trying to find Asamoah Gyan, who certainly is raising very hard to get the ball. Asamoah Gyan wins it. And he's been brought down. Asamoah Gyan. And
this definitely should be a bookable offense.
Sankala has been so strong in Asamoah Gyan in this game, not really giving him a chance at all. And Asamoah Gyan equally is fighting very hard to register his name in the scoring book. Goalkeeper Charles Sweeney, Coach Asamoah. Derek Boateng, Kujasema will go for a quick one for the Black Stars. And Sankala again is there for Malawi. Kina Fury, the head coach of Malawi, really not a happy man at all to have his team down by 2 goals to 0. Banda sends the ball back to his man who clears the ball in. And this is Malawi. Isaac Bossa comes in again, clears his line. Bossa clears the ball away. He doesn't really want to be in trouble. The first thing is play it to safety and just be through.
Well, that is the rule of defending. Clear it to touch and organize yourself very well in order to make sure that you prevent a goal. So that's an intelligent play from Isaac Bossa.
And goalkeeper Charles Sweeney has commanded a lot of attack here. So the Malawians will have the chance here. This is a great moment. Another header from Bossa. But some injury coming. That's a ball. It's a difficult ball to defend. Yeah?
Well, I think that the defending has been very poor. The marking there has been very poor. They need to actually make sure that we understand 2-0 is not enough. If the Malawians get a goal, the Stars are in trouble. All they need in Blantyre is just a goal, and they'll qualify. And so we need to concentrate, we need to focus, and they need to be very resolute at the back.
And that was a shot from Robin and Kalande. Coach James Akwesiapia very disappointed maybe with the defense, but that's another brilliant chance. Nirenda, who came in from his defensive area to just head the ball away. Adam Korase virtually again has been on holiday. John Christinachu. He's been hacked from behind. It will be pretty much interesting to have some of the teams that qualify for the 23rd South African Cup of Nations, because the timetable is changing, and so when you have the games being played at certain odd times, certainly some big guns will be out of the Nations Cup.
Well, definitely, if you know that Senegal are playing Ivory Coast,
that's
it means that one of them will be out. It's unfortunate, but well, that is a rule of the game. The draw has to be made, and you have to expect such tough opposition sometimes. But I know every place are going to qualify because the Senegal team are a bit disjointed at this moment.
And so the Nations Cup really is going to see some, maybe have some other teams that you don't really expect them to be there, but certainly they are going to be around perhaps.
Well, Uganda has promised hellfire for Zambia. Let's see whether that will be possible. You understand me? So for me, I think that, well, it's all good. It shows you how football on the continent is developing.
And the Pablo shot again. That was a thunderbolt. If you want to see it again, it was really much of a cracker for him. He just moved away from his marker, looked at him, and so the technique was so upright. He knew the goalkeeper was off his guard, and he knew that he had to go in for that one. Do or die, I have to just score from this one.
That is it. You need to take responsibility. He's just done that.
So the fans very excited to watch this game live at the Accra Sports Stadium. And so we have goalkeeper Sweeney just looking on at Samuel Jan, just behind the ball. He scored one. The Nations Cup at Samuel Jan. The goalkeeper had to fingertip the ball away. As Samuel Jan, trademark of him.
Brilliant technique. He took it so well, and the goalkeeper came out. Simplex Intala was excellent. Stood out very well to actually parry that ball to corner.
Oh, Samuel Jan was so brilliant. The goalkeeper was just so lucky to fingertip the ball. Black Stars would have to defend this one. Christina Chu to deal with that one. As Koja Samoa changes position. Solomon Asante will come into the Black Stars with Christina Chu supporting Christian. And elaboration from Christina Chu allows the ball to be taken away from him. And it's a show-in again for the Black Stars. Asamoah Gyan lost his foot out there. Even when he went for that ball, maybe if he had not, the ball would have gone in a very perfect position. Nyirende for Malawi. Asamoah Gyan looks on very frustrated. He thought he might have a chance. But again, that is what happens when you are just being monitored by some strong defenders. John Boy, Christina Chu. And this is the Black Stars, and Asamoah Gyan again. That's an offside position on Asamoah Gyan. He simply would have to just time his runs and where he finds himself. Asamoah Gyan. Kina Fury still shouting some instructions to his man. But that is not working. The Black Stars still lead by 2-0. 10 minutes left. It's Ghana 2, Malawi 0. Jeff.
Well, I think that the Stars still need a goal in order to actually make the second leg a mere formality. With the Stars actually have over the last 5 minutes have not been too convincing to my liking. They need to step up their performance to get a third goal.
There's now Malawi deep in Ghana's area, sweeping cross again into Ghana's 18-yard box. Isaac loses that little parry. And it's going to be advantage Malawi, and quickly they take that one, but Pablo Aima, Antoniana would have to come in to rescue Ghana. Christina Chu could just not get to the ball, a shot. So fast, they try to cut the Black Stars off guard. Malawi, Jordan, and his brother. And so we have Andre inspired the team to go on.
Momentary loss of concentration on the part of the Black Star defense, and in this crucial moment, that is unnecessary. And in this needless. The game is not over yet. You can't be punished for that.
Asamoah Gyan finds Christina Chu, and he would like to take his man on, comes out with a cross, but surprisingly Solomon Asante comes in, and Solomon will win a throw-in for the Black Stars. Asante was so instrumental. I quite remember Tipi Mazembe Chelsea's game in Lubumbashi. He played his part to help Chelsea draw 2-2 with Tipi Mazembe. So the Black Stars will have a chance here Koja Samoa brought down. Referee again whistles for the infringement, a yellow card. It will flash on Sankala. And so the red card will definitely go for him. Sankala, the tough defender for Malawi. So that's a red card for him. This young chap has been fighting very hard, working very hard for Malawi. And some of his tackling, very questionable, Jeff.
It's long overdue. Singala, Moses Shavuba, and Singala should have been off long time ago. The referee was too late, and I think that this time around, he's had enough of their too robust and rough tackles, and definitely, deservedly so. James Singala, I told you, Singala is a robust player who played for Primeiro de Agosto of Angola. He's known as the no-nonsense defender. I think that this time around, that the referee did the right thing by giving the second yellow card, and that is a matching order.
Singala is certainly going to miss the return leg. And Blantyre, very disappointed with himself. He's been playing his part. And look at him. He says he'll come home and meet us out there. Oh, so you have some of the officials very excited again watching this game. And again, Singala made some gestures, maybe telling Canadians that hey, you'll be coming to Blantyre, so you have to be very careful.
That is why you need to take your chances.
And so you have
a third goal, you're home and dry.
You have the infringement just wasted, very much wasted. I think the Black Stars will have to be very careful sometimes when they have this as Samoa Jan. They're striking very hard to get his name in the book, but that is not working. And Derek comes out with that big boot again. So Malawi down by a man. And it's trying very hard to survive with that brilliant cross out there. And so, Opari cleans up things for the Black Star with Solomon Asante. Solomon Asante goes around his man. And still Solomon Asante for the Black Stars. Solomon Asante. And this is Christian Achu. Oh, what a way to miss this one. Koja Samoa with a shot. It's been blocked. Still the Black Stars. Derek Boatin, first process. Oh, Christian Achu. Very unlucky to have scored the second, perhaps gotten a second goal for the Black Stars. And that would have been on his name. He's already scored. And the woodwork coming to the rescue of Malawi. Could have been a third goal for the Black Stars.
That's unfortunate, but like I told you, brilliant play for Solomon Asante. Justifying why the coach put so much confidence, control the ball very well. I mean, out-tweeted his marker and then laid on a beautiful pass.
Emmanuel Clotte again might be introduced into the game. Samoa Jan fought very hard, but then he could not really help matters by way of also scoring. And Samoa Jan contributed to the first goal, and his position will be taken by Emmanuel Clotte. Samoa Jan, the baby jet, finally could not land at the Accra Sports Stadium. He's been flying very high in the baby jet, but finally, he had to fly away. And so Emmanuel Clotte is coming in to replace him. Malawi equally making a substitution. And so out of the game is Atuse Nyondo. And so you have Pira Akupe coming in. The Black Stars. Great cross, Christian Achu beat into it, goalkeeper. Should have allowed the ball to go over for a corner kick, but eventually it is.
It is very clear that Kina Fury, he's brought on a defender for a striker. He wants to make sure that he shore up the back to ensure that they are able to consolidate that.
And so the Black Stars were just thinking about something else. Maybe Azivosa coming in to head that one. So strength in defense is what Malawi is thinking about.
That's exactly what the coach, the substitution that he's just been. That's what it simply means.
John Boy, Harris Naffo, Ansel Bossa. And Kojasama, which is pushed down by the referee. Now play to continue with the Black Stars now. Fighting very hard. Christian Achu. Still going around. Christian Achu. Send the ball back. This is Anthony Annan. Has been brought down by referee. This time allow play to continue. Kojasama. Anthony Annan again. The Black Stars. And Christian Achu has been fouled. And he's been under a lot of trouble from the Flames of Malawi. Yellow card again. Was Harris Nafu. Harris Nafu was just put down. And that was a very dangerous tackle. Yellow card to Robin Kalande. Two minutes to go, and the header comes out. There's a chance for Solomon Asante. Oh, flying so high. Solomon Asante really could not bring the ball down. There's a very good chance for Solomon Asante to have actually registered a second goal for the Black Stars. Chafulu for Malawi. They may be fighting deep in the Black Stars area. 2 minutes to end proceedings here at the Crossport Stadium. Ghana 2, Malawi 0. And still Malawi asking questions. What a brilliant play. And Bossa will still be there for the Black Stars. And you have Malawi having some confidence and coming out from their defensive area. Solomon Asante finds Derek Boateng. Derek Boateng releases.
It's a poor pass.
Emmanuel Clotte, who really could not reach the ball. Nyarende. Solomon Asante. Derek Boateng. We push the ball to Anthony Annan, who's first play to the left. It's to the Black Stars, Harrison Nafu. And Harrison really would not want to waste too much time on the ball as Kojasama comes back to win proceedings for the Black Stars. John Boy. So confidence building up in the Black Stars team, and they perhaps be thinking that 2-0 is okay for them to move to Blantyre.
I don't think so. In Africa, sometimes things can be funny. You need to take your chances. You need to go for the broke, get a third goal, and then you go home and drive.
4 minutes of added time. That may be some bit of advantage, perhaps to the opposing side, who are down by a man. So the Black Stars may have to think very fast what they could use the 4 minutes for.
We need to make the numerical advantage count. So far, we've not made it count. 4 minutes is enough time to get at least a goal.
Christian Achu and Kojasama. Emmanuel Clotte really could not get to the ball, so he has to come out and defend. Banda turns around to Nyarende, and Nyarende's first play to the captain, Javulu. And this is Malawi. Mahango. And Mahango comes so strong. Daniel Opari riding in pain. It could have been a very dangerous tackle on Daniel Opari, and this certainly could be another frustration for Daniel Opari, and it turns out to be a very dangerous tackle. And again, if the injury is going to be that, difficult for it to be recovered pretty soon.
That was a reckless tackle, and that should have attracted a yellow card. Very reckless.
Opari is needed for the second leg.
Gabadinho Wango, that was an unfortunate tackle coming from him. We pray that it's not too serious an injury.
Daniel Opari manned the right back position for the Black Stars after John Pinto lost that position and has been doing so well. Now this game saw the absence of Sudali Muntari and John Mensah. But indeed the Black Stars have been able to hold on to the two 1-0 lead. And first half goal out there from Chris Nachu with Anthony Annan scoring that cracker. And John Boy will be impeded, or perhaps will be penalized for that pushing. So Malawi not giving up the fight yet. Still looking ahead to get perhaps a consolation goal here. Kamwendo is the man behind the ball. Kamwendo sends one in the Black Stars area. Header comes out from John as it was up, but then Banda pushes the ball to his man. It's the Black Stars with their back against the 18-yard box, and still it is Malawi fighting. Can they really get to the ball? And Black Stars will be very excited to run away on that. Solomon Asante. And so Mohamed Benuza, Emmanuel Clote. Oh, Clote was trying to go for the solitary shot, which perhaps could not work. James Akusiapia still asking his men to just move forward. And Emmanuel Clote thought he was in a very good position to strike, but that was a wrong judgment on his part. Derek Boateng. And Derek still wins possession with his strength. Pulls away from his man. Derek Boateng trying to locate Christian Achu. And Christian will just move deep into the 18-yard box. He's being pushed. And Christian Achu still wins possession. Christian Achu still trying to find out. And who is there? Emmanuel Clote, well positioned, but the ball was taken away from him quickly. And Malawi will come out. But they have a chance here. It is Malawi 3 against 2. Malawi, a shot against side netting.
Well, for me, I thought that was brilliant from the Malawian. Once again, I'm disappointing from Emmanuel Clote. I mean, this is not a stage where you do certain things. Lack of direction, lack of purpose on his part.
Another infringement for the Black Stars. And referee Benuza Mohamed has been fighting very hard. It's been a FIFA referee since 2001. And in 2008, he was here in Ghana. A cross from Harris Nafo, but nobody in particular to support that. And so that's it for referee Mohamed Benuza with the Black Stars winning 2-0 against Malawi, the first leg. But there is another Herculean task in Blantyre. And how would that one end? Would there be a change, Jeff?
Well, I think there is a lot of work for the Black Stars to do, but the most important thing is that they have 2-goal advantage. The technical team has going to work up the team's inability to press very well, the way the team easily lose possession, our inability to retain possession, and then lack of coordination from the midfield to attack, our inability to use our width very well, cutting better. The finishing is not good. We need to work on those things. For me, the organization at the back, the momentary loss of concentration, all this must be improved before we play the second leg in Blantyre. When that is done, we can be rest assured that the Black Stars will be home and dry to qualify for AFCON 2013. The most important thing is the win to bring self-belief and confidence to the team. That they've done. A lot of work needs to be done ahead of the second leg.
So certainly it's going to be a huge work for the Black Stars. Anthony Annan helping the Stars with that second goal. Christian Achu scored the first goal in the first half. Anthony Annan came out in the 53rd minute to get the goal for the Black Stars. 2-0 ended here at Accra Sports Stadium. This is the 2013 African Cup of Nations qualifier, and Ghana winning by 2-0. And so you have everything live on GTV. And so, Kabnaibwa is still there with the players.